Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final day of this World Championship Eliminator. It's best of 13 sets. That's first to 7. Nikki currently leads 5 sets to 3. Please turn off your mobile phones. As a courtesy to the players, please do not move around during points. Wait till the players change ends before you go to your seat or leave your seat. And please save your applause until the end of a point. 5-3 server. Lovell.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our distinct pleasure to welcome you back to day 3 of the Aiken Tennis Club.
15 love.
Morgan Purvis here with George Handy. He's back in Cary Cave.
Where else I'd rather be.
Chase, worse than 3.
All right, George, early on in the match, obviously, where do we think predictions for this afternoon's tennis?
And better than the door.
Well,
to Chase.
I think it's hard to say, but
You're already unbelievably wavering. Please.
just trying to toe the company line, Morgan. But what I would say is this first set is pivotal. We'll see how this first set goes, and if Nikki gets that, it's a tough.
Yeah. Definitely a big set for sure.
Yeah, some might say it's a big set. There's those low rafters we were talking about, Morgan.
Lost the chase, still worse than 4. 30 love.
Yeah, George, I appreciate you going the full Kirk Herbstreit. If you're announcing the match, you refuse to make a call.
Well, they just let me back in the Mirage, Morgan, so I'm trying to keep my Vegas vacation opportunities open.
Yeah. Ball fires towards the close cam.
30 all.
We get a 30 all. Oh.
Worse than second gallery. 30 all.
Yeah, really good weight. Well, help. I think that's the end of the broadcast last week, or last 2 nights ago. We talked about kind of Ben's ability to maybe switch ball purely cross-court and down line, hold the ball a little bit better, or hold his swing a little. Seems like kind of mixing it up a little bit.
This first game, we saw a backhand down the line. Yep. Good change of direction. Nikki had been camping on the cross-court backhand quite a bit. Already we've seen what I would consider to be 2 pretty good adjustments from Ben in this first
change
game.
of tactics, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the beauty of the best of 13 format.
It's a great post. And the first game.
Game receiver, 1 game to love.
Nice throw by Nikki.
15 love.
Yeah,
It's a nice main wall tambour there.
crowd definitely seems into it. I know there's been a lot of social events going on in Aiken today.
They sure have.
Horse show in the woods, Pacers and polo, giving our fans and patrons good opportunity. Get their cheering fluid in
That's right.
a little earlier.
That's nice day down there from Ben.
15-30. Fault.
I think that's
Great grill by Nick.
40-15. Chase better than a yard. 40-15.
For those of you tuning into the stream, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Looks like we've got some folks tuning in from Australia, which is great to see. Melbourne and Sydney. Big news out of Sydney. The court being open. Looks like a beautiful court from what I've seen. Pretty similar kind of paint job to a rackets court, or just kind of these walls here in Aiken. The court looks beautiful. Great to see that there's tennis being played there.
Better than a yard. Lost the chase.
Just a touch high there. Yeah, that's a great
lucky
force
bounce there. Good force. Even up this first set.
Game receiver, 1 game all. Half court. 15 love.
Good weight on that cross-court backhand from Nikki.
That's another great force. Left corner, right corner. What flavor do you want?
It seems he's hitting his targets early. Low rafters. My commentating partner astutely points out. Yeah,
That's a great grill.
Inside the main wall, and it skids back into the top left corner of the grill. Great shot. Yeah.
Nice tight high serve there to the back wall. Seen a little bit of an adjustment, it looks like, from Ben going to this high serve quite a bit.
Yep. Trying to prevent Nikki from attacking off this back wall here. Another effective one there.
Not up.
Yeah.
40-37. Out of court.
And good weight there, Nikki. Being forced to hit off his back foot there.
Deuce. Advantage server.
Wow.
That's a beauty.
That's really well done from Ben.
Good variety out of Ben so far.
Good
a lot
variety,
of change of
switching
direction.
the ball,
Yep.
change of direction. This new serve, he's very much sticking with. Not allowing Nikki to attack it.
Down. Chase 2.
We say
No
that, of course.
stroke.
Cuts one in to chase 2.
Yeah, I think it's a different sort of situation, right? He's trying to get that first ball on the floor. Hard to force that when your racket hits the back wall.
Yeah.
That's another beauty.
Definitely, as you mentioned, kind of peppering both sides, not just trying to go kind of on the main wall force there from Nikki over on the server, or excuse me, the receiver side.
I'd argue it's a lot of straight forces so far.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
switching sides.
Chase.
Yeah, that's well held. You know, shows cut volley and then turns early and hits that short post to get over.
Love, the server leads. Chase 2. Out of court. 30 love, better than 5. Love. Chase, worse than 2. 40 love.
Good return there from Ben, down 40 love here in the 4th game of the first set. Since you were unwilling to make a prediction, George, somebody who did stick their neck out on the line last night or 2 nights ago on the stream, I did say Nikki in 11 sets. So still
40 love, receiver
Still
leads,
on track.
worse than
Yeah.
2.
more than happy to be called out by the commentators if my prediction does not hold. The haters and the losers don't bother me nearly as much as it seems they do you while you're looking at the comments in the live stream.
I'm just excited to hear some mentions of the dig roller, which I'll address here when it's an appropriate time. That's a nice ball from Ben.
15-40. Let up.
That's a beauty. Bottom of the tambour. Great touch.
30-40.
Great shot. Looks like that hit Bando almost.
Deuce.
Ben fights back, 40 love lead off the tight chase.
Mm-hmm.
Gets us back to deuce. Serve.
Yeah,
it's
it's a great
incredibly
serve.
effective.
Really
George.
limiting Nikki's options.
Server.
Yeah. Nikki obviously wanting to stay aggressive. George, opportunity here for Ben to go up 3-1. It's a big difference between 2-2 and 3-1.
I concur.
Wow.
There's a top right date on for you.
That's the only
Get it
problem
back to
with
deuce.
that serve that Ben's hitting is if it does go a little long. Allows Nicky to really tee off.
Man, that's
Two in a row,
low.
just-
Barely cleared the back wall there.
Advantage receiver.
There you go. That's a bit of a seesaw game. You know, up 40 love, back to deuce, and Nick pulls it out. You know, we'll come back to the dig roller.
I don't think we're going to have the opportunity to see many dig rollers this evening. Oh,
That's a
that's
nice shot.
really well done.
You know, the dig roller is much more common in the amateur game.
Certainly in the Aiken court, for sure.
Yes, no doubt.
Down, worse than a yard.
Great
15
cut
off.
volley there. Great weight.
Ben hit a couple of railroads now, kind of going back to the high serve here. Yeah, another good hold by Nicky. You know, showing kind of cross court. Then next thing you know, just kind of turned his shoulder.
Yeah, I think those you know kind of fade, if you will, forehands from under the grill have allowed him to hide that force better.
Yeah. Oh, good attempt there. Finds just.
Well, we've got two choices. First change of ends, you know, since the dig roller comment from Charlie Michael here. I don't think that we'll see dig rollers at this level, but for those of you at home wondering what that is, that's some Aiken slang for what is typically an open stance kind of topspin forehand that you're out of position hitting. So
That shot not found anywhere in Pierre's book, but rather
15 all,
purely
worse
a
than a
creation.
yard.
might be in
some
the
some of
Giussani,
the-
Giussani magazine perhaps, but not in Pierre's book.
2-all. Let's get away from the dig roller talk.
I
15
think
all.
that's fair.
Oh,
Surely some fans excited about the dig roller cause some ruckus.
Lost it, felt better than 2. 30-15 server.
Well left there by
has it
Nicky.
second.
oh, Nicky forces the error sneaking up there.
40-15.
Big point, Morgan.
40-15
Very big
server.
point.
3-2 in the first. I think this first set is crucial.
That's just a
that's
great
Worse
pickup.
than 3.
Still finding the outside of the ball, just getting a little more cut on it. Helping it sit down in that corner. I mean, that's an excellent shot.
You get no argument from me on that.
Yeah, great that Ryan is putting up the Ivan Ronaldson graphic there. Been an absolute pleasure to have Ivan and Maddie Ronaldson, cousins, back here,
Worse than 3.
helping keep the trains running on time here in this match.
Maddie being a short-term professional here as well.
In our long-lost traveling pro series.
That's right. Great to have Maddie back.
by him.
Hit some neck cord there, maybe. There was a quick apology out of there.
Game receiver, 3 games to 2.
Man.
Good variety on the straight courses, picking sides, keeping Ben on his toes. George, I know we've pulled out big point. I would very much argue that we pull out big game already, but this is definitely a big game in my personal opinion.
Yeah, big difference between 4-2 and 3-all, some say.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's
there you
really
go.
nice.
All set up by a good change of direction from Ben going,
15 all.
down the line under winning.
Yeah, it's a
Great serve and
a great serve.
really good post.
Good choice by Nicky. Right under winning gallery. Saving the patrons there of a tower buzz. Wow. Yeah. It's a good ball.
Great point.
30 all.
Yeah,
Chase
Nicky just
last
off base
gallery,
there,
30
the
all.
target.
Last gallery. .40-30, last gallery.
Huge point. And a big game.
Yeah, that's interesting choice there. Cut volley down the line, kind of tough one to pull off, and came awfully close, top of the net.
All right, switching sides here. Last gallery. Very beatable chase for the hometown boy here. Get it back to deuce. Oh, that's a really good retrieval from BTM.
Game receiver,
Yeah, missed
3
gallery
games
target
all.
there
From Nicky.
from Nicky, and 3-all.
15 love. It's coming out. 15 all.
There it is, George. I believe that's the buzz the tower that we've been looking for.
That's our first buzz, the tower of the evening, or late afternoon, I should say.
Second gallery.
Second gallery. We'll let everybody a little insight into the Ryan Carey Productions Limited. Here after this point. Out of court.
Wow.
Yep.
30, 15
Ryan had
serve.
asked us, told us that there was a Buzz the Tower graphic ready to go, but we had not seen it beforehand, so hence my uncontrollable laughter. There it is.
Nice, great shot.
Nikki looking back to the date on there. Ivan hopefully checking on the grill. Grill was astutely repaired
It was.
by
Our own Lou Papachato.
Papachato. Second gallery for Nikki.
Not up.
It's good
Yeah,
weight
you see
there.
that?
Cut down nicely. All right, 4-3.
4-3.
Dude, this is a big set, you know.
4 games to 3.
Nikki gets this set, and then Ben's got to roll 4 straight. So
Yeah.
what you know has started out as a hill turns into a mountain.
Indeed. Yeah, that's good patience there, Nikki.
It's good
With an
adjustment
odd
off of Bando.
bounce, yep.
Yeah.
Makes the extra step.
15
Main
love
wall
receiver.
date on for us there.
Good shot from Ben. A little backhand down the line. I think we'll see more of those.
Yeah. Again, the variety off the backhand has already been substantially more varied than it has been the previous 2 nights. Nikki just kind of missing a little long there. Kind of sits up off the back wall, giving Ben an opportunity to hit another target here under the grill.
Chase better than
That's a good
5.
point.
32 server better than 5. Thanks.
Great force from Nick there to get 30 all.
30 all.
Big point. Big point.
Huge point. Some might say the biggest.
I mean, we can play $5 words if you'd like to, George. Enormous point here. Oh, Ben, disappointed there.
Chase.
Oh,
worth.
that's really good pace there from Nikki. Been a little lucky, unlucky. Sorry for those fans at home. Been
Nah, no sensitive ears here.
hot mic.
Court tennis patrons. It's too hard of a game.
Crowd definitely into it early here, knowing how important it is for Nikki to get this first set.
30 all better than 5.
It is.
Yeah, it remains a big point.
Stop.
Close, but not. No coffee spiller there.
Almost fished it out.
Yeah,
40-30 receiver.
Good length from Ben.
yeah.
Worse than 3.
Good to get out in front of that. This chase here.
Stop. Worse than 3.
Second serve.
Lost it for 4 and 5.
It's one now, Ben. Let's go. Come on.
Juice. Chase the second gallery.
It's a heck of a backhand from
the pickup.
Ben off the bottom of the
Guiding
table.
it back to the galleries off the bottom of the tambour. Oh, true buzz the tower.
That is a tower buzzer. That'll cause some, some burns there. That needs to sit.
Yeah. Loose second serve there after the tower buzzer. Good.
Thank you. Advantage server, second gallery.
Important point here. This is Ryan, please. Big point graphic. Wow, unlucky bounce there.
Juice.
Ben checking the court. Maybe his back foot slipped a little there. A little loose from Nicky, but the ball still almost comes back around to his forehand. Big point graphic remains. As Ben has an opportunity to get to 4-all here in the first set.
Juice.
Skips off the low part of the bando there, back into the Daydon. Nicky
Receiver.
fought off a couple of declared big points. Nicky had advantage.
Fault.
A couple of great forces there.
Chase.
Wow.
That's a great gap.
So Ben a little frustrated not putting that ball down. And to have it kind of nick out a little bit. George, that replay might have been the closest we've seen to a professional dig roller on the street in the last couple of days. Right off the back foot.
Yeah, fair to say.
Yeah, when you have the marginal footwork that all of our Aiken Tennis Club members have, the dig roller is an important part of the arsenal when you're
And
this high
and a
level.
lawn tennis background.
Yeah,
Bad footwork, lawn tennis background, dig roller.
advantage here for Nikki. Oh, buzz in the tower. We'll hold off on the graphic at the big point.
Lost it
There you
worse
have
than
it.
On it.
6 games.
That was a big game, big point in a big game, George.
No doubt.
Everyone on the stream knows the difference.
Further leads by
Massive between
5
5-3 and
games to
4-all.
3.
Won't argue with you there.
Nikki fought off two game balls there. A
15
little unlucky there.
Quick wake-up call there. Soft wake-up call for those last gallery folks, potentially,
All
checking a text message.
But good spot if somebody does get injured or passes away from a ball being hit. The mortician himself, Graham Hall, there in the last gallery. Yeah. Quick opportunity on kind of a longer return than Ben would have liked. Nikki lines up the grill.
Hey, Benno, come on now. Let's go, come on.
Handful of
14-15 receiver.
short replies from Nikki.
Yeah, that's a great shot. That was pretty tight to the side wall there.
30-40.
This one.
Chase
Little
1
net
and 2.
clipper.
30-40.
There's that variety from Ben we talked about, mixing one up down the line there.
Yeah.
Good choice on a big point at the right time in a big game.
Yeah, and let's be very clear. I mean, 5-3 here, Nikki, in this first set of the evening. I feel like the play's been pretty close. Obviously, Ben had 2 chances to go back to 4-all.
Yeah, long deuce games,
Yeah.
and
1 and 2.
just a couple of missed targets, and there you have it.
Yeah. Just a couple of loose balls again. Truly a game of inches.
Lost it worse than 3.
Great
Nice
serve.
serve.
All right, 4-5. Don't walk away from the TV, tablet, computer, or phone, whatever you're watching this
Yeah.
on.
Obviously, and don't forget like and subscribe as well. But
Good cut volley with some juice to it.
Ben, main wall tambour slider towards that back corner.
15
Shot that we
all.
pointed out a lot. 15 all. Oh, that's really
Very
nice.
nice.
Nikki just off a little, misses low on the date on.
15. Chase worse than 5.
Yeah, well left.
30-15 server.
Well, that's really good weight. Really huge opportunity now for very big point to get to 5-all.
A couple, questions here in the chat. Charlie Michael asking about what advice I would give BTM to get back in the match. Charlie, I wouldn't dream of giving Ben any advice that has to do with court tennis. And then Ross asking about Aiken having its own mortician. That is the local mortician, not the club mortician. But good question, and that would be a real unique differentiator for us if he was a club mortician. But we cannot claim that.
40-15 receiver, worse than 5.
Ben threw that ball back down the line, had Nikki wrong-footed. Great pickup. Oh, wow. That's well held. Better than 2. Big point to get to 5-all for BTM.
What do we think from a serve here, Morgan? Any early predictions? I would say high serve for 500. That's my guess.
So, not going to disagree with you there.
30-40 server leads, better than 2.
Yep, there he goes. It takes a step over to last gallery. Eyeing it up just as you called, George. It's going to be tight.
I would have hopped in, I think.
Lost it, fell worse than 2. Game.
That was close.
5 games all.
Let us know in the comments.
Close call on a big point.
5-all.
Massive game here. Strokes, yeah.
We did. We caught a piece of it.
Yeah, Ben just a little behind there.
30 love.
Let's the ball creep into him a little too much. 30 love, excuse me. Oh, wow. Just, Ben.
Yeah, maybe a tough bounce there.
Yeah, little roller in the
Picking up on innuendos.
Yep.
All right, Nikki with a couple opportunities here to take the first set, 6-5.
Down, chase better than 4, 40 love.
It's amazing the wrist strength, and I would say the majority of the professional players, that's such a great high serve. It's tight and just a wrist flick.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
A lot of pace. There's Ben saluting.
Great length, too. Hit
Saluting
hard.
the Dayton wall.
I thought he had a hangnail. 40 love, better than 4. Crowd set points.
Very much feeling it.
40 love.
Morning horse show surely
Server
helped.
leads better than 4.
Sometimes that's the only way to get through this horse show. Yeah,
Great shot
just
from
again, Ben going corner to corner.
15,
And Nikki
40.
playing a little army tennis, left, right, left, right.
Let's go, Benno.
30, 40.
Sounded like a Super Nintendo cheat code for a second there, Morgan. Left, right, left, right.
What a get. Oh, wow. Ben fight valiantly back from 40 love. Again, kind of a tough bounce there. Nikki obviously fired up to get through that first set.
Would have felt like highway robbery there.
Yeah.
But you take them however you can get them. And that's the first set.
Game in the set to the server, 6 games to 5. The set score is 6-3 server.
All right. Nikki with the opportunity here. First opportunity. Second gallery.
Thank you. Second gallery. Sorry. Chase the door.
Ben's hitting partner clarifying that it was in fact Chase the Door.
And Ben.
Lewis Williams being a true neutral observer.
That's very funny. It's been great to have Lewis here with Ben. They've entertained themselves a little with Top Golf, maybe some real golf as well since they've been here. Yeah,
Little
that's
flashback in by off the table. Yeah, it's been great to have Lewis here. I've mixed in some bottle pool.
Yeah.
One of
the many,
Aiken's
well,
more
really the only
obscure
other
pastimes.
Yeah, I was going to say the only other pastime at the club.
Yeah, that involves a ball and contact, I guess, scoring.
Yeah, I guess we should give an early good morning to our friends in Melbourne,
The door.
in Australia, just a little before 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Morgan, the Sydney Court open for play. Pictures online. Truly,
I did see those.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
great.
Yeah, beautiful.
Won the chase.
Wow.
Maybe a bit fortuitous there, but take it however you can get it.
15 love receiver, worse than 6.
Yeah, really great looking paint job on that Sydney Court, similar to
Worse than
rackets. That's beauty.
Yeah, it's well done.
Not much of an angle, but no problem whatsoever there.
Finds
from
it. Comes close to the buzz tower, but not a required graphic there.
No, no.
Wow, finds finds an edge. Probably keeps Dieter Vogel on his back foot there.
Paging Dr. Vogel.
Just retired. Big shout out to Dieter. Oh, Ben, a little unlucky there.
Paging Dr. Wainwright then.
Nikki,
For me, it'd be Dr. Way left. But
keeping the pressure up there.
yeah. Kind of a sleeper backhand going into the force.
Did we
Going
say
into date on.
five games?
Excuse me.
5 games away.
Not wrong.
Ben, yeah, back foot seems like it keeps slipping.
Chase, 2 and 3.
Footwork just not as solid.
Footing,
No
maybe.
stroke.
Yeah, footing. Footwork's still very solid, but yeah, just seems like he's slipping a couple of times.
Could be a great sponsorship opportunity for ASICs or some gum sole.
No free hats here, George.
How do you know I'm not being paid?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life. Oh, Ben,
That's a safe bet.
you see the frustration continuing.
Understandable. It was middled. It was a great idea, just a little low.
Yeah. Short on the high serve there.
Love. 30 love receiver.
Come on, big push. Let's go.
15-30.
Something from the crowd there.
Really cheating up.
Looking to volley that thing. Not trying to be a detective or anything, but nothing says I want to volley like standing there.
Yeah.
As a guy who prefers to hit it out of the air myself.
Chase.
Yeah.
Better than 3.
I will say I love the sidewall railroad, though. If there's anybody who appreciated that serve,
No.
I'm on the short list.
One of the finest amateur purveyors of the sidewall railroad, Mr. George Handy.
Kind, very kind, yeah.
I didn't say you hit it well. I just said you were a purveyor of it. But you do hit it well. I'll give you credit.
Reverse spin there. That's a tough one to read.
Yeah.
Just got to the back
Yeah,
wall
and
before
I-
the main wall.
It
30
seems
all,
again,
2 and
bounces
3.
just haven't quite been very kind to BTM this evening.
Although that was pretty darn good there.
40-30, better than 3.
Need one more of those here. Oh, wow. Finds it.
Tough ball, yeah.
1 game all. Time.
Yeah, time, please.
Ivan's going to have to put his dancing shoes on.
Yeah. There it is, Ben. A couple forces here.
That's a textbook main wall data on there.
Chase Hazard worse than 2. Here's a point. 15 left.
Yeah, that's Ben finally putting his hands up in the air, thinking he got the
A little bit of justice there on a
3-wall reverse.
yeah, but yeah, it's a heck. That shot's even better off of a
Yeah, off a
penthouse
rounded.
snooker there.
Yeah.
They definitely weren't saying good shot either.
Ben, that's just spectacular there.
Flew it into the nick, almost looked like. Yeah.
That's pretty special.
15 love, Servalines. Hazard worse than 2.
There you have it.
15 all.
Good choice, good
Chase
execution.
better than 3.
Here comes a high serve, just a guess.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Just
pops out a
there.
little more than he wanted.
30-15.
more of what he was
Nice
looking
serve
for there. Better than most from DTM.
30 all. Stroke. 40-30. Chase 5.
Choice there, yeah. I think that, I know that caught us off guard
think
here in
that
the
surprised
announcer's booth.
everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely you could tell it surprised Ben there. Where are we going? Ah, that's the choice. 5-hole on Ben.
Right at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forty 30. Server leads. Chase 5.
There you have it. Good serve. Got a high back wall to hit comfortably into the
Server
guys.
2 games to 1.
All right. 4 away.
I think you're really keeping the pressure up.
15 love.
Yeah. Good adjustment from Ben there.
15 all. Half court.
It's good
Yeah,
heat.
good force. Good heat from
Set
Ben.
up a couple just rock solid backhands.
30-15 receiver.
Yeah.
30 all. Hazard betting
That's
second.
good variety from Ben.
30
Yeah.
all.
You know, mixed in a kind of short, fat post there.
And Chase better
Wow.
than
That's
2.
well cut.
Chase. All. Hazard better than second.
That is
40-30 receiver better
Quite the
than
rip.
2.
good last bounce there from Ben, and back to deuce.
Advantage server.
Good finish from Ben, and a point to get it to 2-all.
Better than second. Advantage.
Another unlucky break there for Ben off a good serve.
Advantage receiver. Better than second gallery. Fault.
Big point here, George.
That's a beauty.
Yeah.
There you have it, back to deuce.
Juice.
Wow.
What a time for
The
the edge.
effort rewarded by finding the edge.
Advantage server.
It's good variety from Nikki there. I mean, that might be the first of, not the first, but one of the few high servers I've seen.
Yep.
Or giraffe, or whatever the technical name is for it. Oh, my Atlanta. All right.
Game server,
3-1.
3 games to 1.
Come on, Ben, let's go. Let's go, come on.
Ben definitely seemed a little frustrated.
He's gotten some
3
pretty
games to
tough
1.
breaks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fault. Time, please.
Which can happen in bunches in this game. You know, it's like you get a neck cord, you get a bounce off a ledge or a seam or whatever.
Yeah,
You know, it's easy to let that get to you.
Especially when you know you've got the crowd fighting against you, too.
Yeah.
Hazard
Better than half there.
Yeah.
Well dodged.
No stroke.
Well avoided for sure and well marked.
And worse than second.
There's the edge on it.
Another
I was just
edge.
talking about. Yeah. But, fatally to Ben's favor, I guess.
Should have brought a shovel.
No stroke. Hazard. Better than half a yard.
Let's see what Ben can do here. Fight through some of that frustration. Yeah,
Those are some incredible guts from Ben. Taking that one volley out of the air.
out of the air.
Man.
Did I say better than second or worse than second? Yep, thank you. 15 love to the receiver. Worse than second gallery.
Batty.
That's what he's there for.
Jumping in.
That's
It's a great
just
ball.
really good ball there.
30 love. 30 love. Last gallery, 30 low.
Good shot there. Getting over to the serving side.
Out of court.
A little high there.
15-30.
Yeah, that's
a
really
beauty.
nice.
What a beauty.
George, I'm going to say it here. 30 all pending big point alert.
I think so too.
Wow, Nicky knows he had an opportunity there.
Maybe not what he wanted, but adventure,
still
guess
works.
he'd take it.
Better than the alternative missing high. I know you, of all people, George, can comment on kind of missing high on the
Absolutely.
penthouses there, and with a shorter roof, that high miss can tend to sneak out of court a little bit.
It can. It can. I think I've found every piece of the penthouse and every rafter post penthouse.
Chase
But I
last
will say
gallery.
a penthouse miss beats a net miss every time.
True story.
40-30 server.
Speaking
Worse
of,
than
There, yeah,
first
there you have
gallery.
it. All right, worse than first.
big point.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's a big, big point.
Fault.
Oh,
And that
that's
missed
it.
by a very small margin.
Small margins on big points.
Double fault.
Oh, double
Oh.
fault, and he went back to it. Wow.
Greed kills, Morgan. They say.
Wow. There it is.
There you have it. It's a great finish. If there's any guy I would greenlight to go back-to-back railroads as a righty,
Advantage
he's got to
server.
be up there.
Oh, wow.
All that church and community service
Yes.
paying off at a big time for Nick. Just a little neck clipper and 4-1 lead.
4-1 lead
Game
here.
server, 4 games to 1.
Crowd can kind of sense it.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
That was flat. Very, very flush.
Macked.
15 love receiver.
Nicky
The
can't
old,
really do much other than duck
That's like
there.
the old Batman show with the graphics. The bam, pow, biff.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go.
2 for
There's
2
another
here.
one. Adam West references really coming through for VTM here. That's a great shot.
15-30. Fault.
Go back to it here. As Carey looks for him on the cameras.
Stroke.
That's the hold there. 40-15 opportunity for Ben.
40-15.
Give himself some life here.
Thought that off beautifully.
And another awkward bounce.
40.
Matt. Some of our later rivals, I think. In addition to
30-40,
George's
first
astute
set.
commentary, he's also serving as marshal Ooh.
Chase the door. 30-40.
How was it out there?
30-40.
Just a couple
the
folks
server
trickling in a
leads.
little late from the horse show.
Chase
You
at the
know,
door. The door.
Can Ben find a gallery here? No, doesn't need to.
Game server.
all right, 2-4.
That wasn't. That was an above average point
In the great
in a,
words
in a
of-
average game.
Of local legend Rakesh Dasani, where there's Mo, you'll find Menem. And there could be a little bit of Mo, and there could be, you know, some Menem.
Yeah, well, no time like the present here. 2-4. Oh, that is,
Good afternoon.
15 left.
Who do we have there, Morgan? Mr. Ingram.
yeah, the Ingrams, glances, a lot of hard work. Not rewarded by a tower buzz there.
That's pretty nice.
Maddie gets his tower buzzed as well. 30 love. Ben
30 love.
giving himself a shot here. This set a little tighter.
Top tape.
40 love.
That's
Yeah,
a
wow.
off the ledge of the day down there.
15-40.
Still a couple opportunities here for Ben. Wow, that's really well cut down off the corner.
Got
Ben.
a button.
3-4, George, unfazed. Again,
We've seen 4-1 leads before.
we have first set, first night.
Chase 2.
Good reference.
Ben going to the FAA serve again.
Down.
That's the one. Yeah. Nikki trying to cut it just a little too much strength on it. Just sits off the back wall and allow Ben's an opportunity to slide it over to the winning gallery.
Out of court. 30 love.
Ruben Vando. All right.
All right,
Better than
30
the
love,
goal.
2 chases. That serve has been pretty effective, I would say, George.
I concur,
Keeping-
Dr. Purvis. I
Keeping
think that
Nikki on his toes.
yeah, it's you have to think a little bit more. I think the issue with that serve, this court doesn't allow you, for those of you that have, you know, I'm just thinking domestically, I'm not as well traveled as some, surely tuned in the stream, like the Racket Club or Newport, where you can really, I feel like, hit that high serve. It doesn't allow you to get up there and get a lot of those flush to the back wall serves. So with that, he's had a few go a touch long on him. But other than that, I think it's been extremely effective.
And trying the straight force there.
I think that's what the serve
15-30
called for,
better than
too.
the door.
Big point here, I would say, George. There's no question with it better than the door chase for Ben to beat. And Nikki's not going to like that.
All right.
But
Scales are probably getting balanced there in BTM's mind to an extent as far as
fair.
breaks go. 45, no chases.
Chase worse than second, 40-15. (40-15). Server leads worse than second gallery.
wow,
That's a beauty.
Ben.
All right.
Great serve.
Pair
4-all,
fours.
big game
Game
here.
server, 4 games all.
I know. Let's get Ryan into his bag of tricks here. 4-all.
One fault.
Hashtag Rafter
Yeah.
and not Pat.
Glances. Get a party gift there in second gallery.
Chase second gallery.
Yeah.
No stroke.
Effective from Nikki. Get back over here, serving side.
Stroke.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Well executed, a lot of cut, good length.
15 love receiver.
Oh, that's
Great ball.
really well held.
The 2 shots there under winning, perhaps testing to see if Nikki's cheating a bit
Nikki
towards
did
the
a
grill.
great job of getting the first one, and Ben was able to disguise it well enough on the second one.
Better than second. 2 chases. Second. and
Even when that was
Too
a
much
little,
fade.
a little long there, but Nikki still had to kind of come around with the fade, as you said, George. Kind of forced him to miss left of everything,
Or left, yeah.
or left from the carry cave. Situated in the women's changing room of the Aiken Tennis Club.
Office. Women's changing room. It's a room with many.
Multi-purpose room,
15
There you
all.
go. Thank
Second gallery.
like a cafetorium.
A lot of syllables there, Morgan. Well done. All right. 3:15 with another very gettable chase.
Better than second for better than most, Ben Taylor Matthews.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
boy, yeah.
Wow.
Man,
Ben frustrated there, but
that's
Good
the
pickups.
that's the shot by Nikki there in rackets that
40-15 serve.
you'll have a lot of people say let. But great shot.
Out of court.
out of court there. Good force.
30-40.
Big point and a big game here.
little tight. No.
Last gallery.
Yeah.
It's clinical.
30-40.
Good patience from Ben.
So, Morgan, what do you think here? You know, last gallery chase, it's not deep enough or quote-unquote good enough of a chase where you're thinking, oh, here comes another high serve where he's trying to force Nicky to generate his own pace. It's not short enough to where you're thinking, oh, I need to hit a railroad, keep it tight. I'm worried about defending the
I
gallery.
feel like he's going. I mean, obviously, I now have the steps that he's taking, but
Yeah,
I thought
mean,
he was
really
going.
jump out on the edge of the diving board.
I was
there,
going
Morgan.
to say the high serve regardless.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness.
30-40.
By your scratch offs. That was something.
Yeah, that
Couple
was not going to make Ben relax a little.
Surely a couple goose frabas.
Oh, wow.
Those anger management fans listening.
30-40.
40-30.
Yeah, 2 bounces in a row. Really frustrating for Ben, but
He's still very much
in
in
it,
this.
yeah.
He's on the quote-unquote right side of the court to be on.
you know, I don't think there's any reason to take the big game graphic down here.
No.
Chase more than a yard worse than last
Still,
time.
when we talked about that high serve, that was the reply that I was looking for.
I'll go out on a limb here, Morgan. I've been towing the company line quite a bit. I think we see 5-all in this set.
Serve like that? It certainly helps. Allowing Ben
15 love.
opportunity to put a ball down on the ground quickly. 15 love. Let's see if George's predictions. George Stradamus.
Worse than second.
Taxi.
15 yards more than a yard worse.
All right, a couple very gettable chases here.
Good reaction there from Ben in the replays.
15 love, receiver leads. More than a yard worse than last gallery.
Touch early.
Yeah, touch early.
30 love,
I know the
worse
early
than
backhand
second.
volley shank feeling quite well.
Oh, buzz the tower.
that was
Can't,
a-
again, it's tough. You can't bring out the buzz the tower in the big game, though.
No.
Lead producer Ryan Carone's in disagreement.
14
Okay.
love.
Ball down. George Stradamus getting an opportunity here. Yeah,
That's
that's
very
really
nice.
really well down there by Nicky.
15-40.
Ben with still a couple of opportunities. Wow.
Game to the receiver.
5-all. George Stradamus.
5
Predictions
games
comes
all.
true. The big game graphic just going to stay up. All. 5-all. See how the crowd reacts. Gets in Nicky's corner here in this 5-all game.
Last gallery.
It's a really
shot.
good return off of a tight serve there.
No stroke.
Nikki well up in that cross-court return. Yeah, it's really good playing from Ben. Nikki, good defense, good retrieval. 30 love. BTM.
Different bullet.
Yeah,
Great
that's
shot. Well, Morgan, I think I'm ready for my next prediction here. I think I'm going to call a deuce game.
wow.
Great shot. A deuce game, which Nikki ends up edging out after 2 deuces.
Love your,
Very particular.
yeah, I mean, I
Very
respect
specific.
We have 2 chases to get through before we get to that point.
15:30, the server leads. Chase
Last gallery
last
certainly
gallery.
beatable for Nikki.
Last
And then
time,
Norris.
last gallery chase, we saw a high serve. I don't know if we'll see it again. Now I do.
Oh,
Worse than
George
the
Stradamus. 1 for 2. Yeah, a good shot there. Nikki going back behind Ben. 30 all, worse than 1.
34, worse than a yard.
Yeah, that's really well
any
done
good?
by Nikki.
2 phenomenal defensive volleys from Ben,
Yeah.
too.
40-30 receiver.
Match point.
Chase, 1 and
Wow.
2.
Great
Well-
pickups by Ben.
Couple great points there.
Cross-court volleys there from Nikki.
I think my prediction will be hard pressed to be correct. I'll get out in front of that, but never say never.
It's really been some great tennis again. Martin's.
Yeah, we're so lucky to have this here in Aiken and have number, 3 and 4 players in the world out here duking it out. As you can hear, our
40-30
membership are
server, 1 and 2.
more than stoked. There you have
There
it.
it was, Nikki.
There you have it.
Very excited. Home crowd hearing it. Again, hats off to Nick Howell, but also hats off to Ben Taylor-Matthews coming in the second time in 2 years.
That's right.
Good tough environment. Honestly, some great tennis. Great to have Ben back here. I know not the result we
True,
wanted,
true
but
gentleman and a competitor. And
yeah, an
one of the
absolute
most
treat.
aesthetically pleasing backhands you'll probably find.
Yeah, we'll
But,
be watching the highlights.
No, great tennis, great event. Obviously, we're biased in the event side of things, but big shout out to Ryan Carey, for coming out here and providing us with such great streaming over the last couple days. Exciting news with the Howell, Johnson Tennis Academy coming out. That'll be great for a developmental perspective for Aiken, and big thanks to the rest of our crew here who helped organize this tournament.
Massive
Michael
shout out
Sullivan
to the Aiken Tennis Club
know,
board.
Yeah.
George, yourself, James Chamberlain, the tennis committee, making sure that everything goes as effectively as it can. putting on these events is not easy, but we thank everybody for tuning in. With that, I think we will sign off from
Until May.
Till May, yes.
We will see you again in May it's official, with a Nick Howell, John Lumley matchup.
Here in
when
Aiken,
that is
to be determined. We're changing it probably for Ryan Carey's sake, his mental sanity. But we'll be back here in mid-May. Hopefully, we'll be able to have some more announcers for everybody to
That's right.
have not listen to the soft, dulcet tones of George Handy's broadcasting. But signing off here from Aiken.
Thank you all for tuning in. We look forward to chatting with you all again in May.
See you in May.
Take care.
Cue the outro. Look at that graphic.